for home ownership. So I want to get everything started by bringing on Lorie. Great, fantastic. This will be recorded. And at the end, we will send this recording out to everyone who has registered. We are going to ask that if you have questions, please hold your questions to the end. We want to make sure that we get through this presentation and that Lorie and Joey are able to share this valuable information with you. So again, we will be answering questions at the end. So let's get started. Lorie Woodruff, the lovely Lorie Woodruff, come on in and share with us what you got.
Awesome.
We're ready. We're ready.
You ready? I want to mute everybody for right now. But I want to unmute in 5 seconds. I want you all to say, I'm open. I'm gonna unplug it, but I want everybody to get off of mute. And I want you to say, I'm open. Y'all ready? If we ready, then if you got to be open for this conversation, I want you all to unmute yourselves right now. Go on. I see you.
Everybody unmute.
Everybody unmute. And say, I'm open. 3. What is wrong?
I'm
open. I'm open.
I love it.
I'm open.
I know that's not.
I'm open.
Okay. All right. I hear you. I see a lot of the ladies' voices. There's 13 of us on here tonight. We get to have an amazing conversation about money. And why not? We're going to end everything here and talk about money. So as Paula had stated, I am going to ask that you do a couple of things to make sure that we go through this really cool and to make sure we can get through the end. 7 o'clock, I really want to get things started. We should be done by 8 o'clock. If you have questions, please hold them till the end. You guys got that? Just hold it to the end so that we can at least make sure we get through everything. I'm going to go through 10 amazing ways that you can find resources for your next home, your business, paying your car note, paying for vacations, whatever that means for you. Then I want to make sure that we have that conversation today. Is that good? You guys can definitely chat it up in the chat box, and we will make sure that this recording does go out, like Paula said, tomorrow morning. By tomorrow morning, everybody who's registered will get this. So if you miss something, then at least you can go through it tomorrow. All right. So I can't see everybody, of course, on the line. So I just want to make sure that I'm focusing on Instagram. I've got you guys here, and I've got Facebook running, and I've got you all as my primary focus right now. So I am Lorie Woodruff. I have been friends with Paula for a very long time. And as she journeyed into her career now as a real estate agent, I've been in the business for 22 years as a realtor. It's a long time. 22 years as a real estate agent, and she started to journey into that. And I was super excited to see that she is in that space right now. And when you have people that you trust, you love, you vibe with, then you definitely want to make sure when they ask a question, you're right there saying yes. And last week, we didn't even plan this for months ahead of time. It was last week, she said, I have a client, several of them, and they're asking about ways to make extra. And so I wanted to make sure that that answer was quickly, yes, what do we need to do? Let's just set this up and make it happen for you all. So definitely big shout out to Paula just for making this happen for you, because you could find yourself all on YouTube looking for information, but you want to really make sure that you're getting it from a valuable source, someone you can call, someone you can trust. And certainly right at the end, there will be a mortgage lender to talk a little bit more about what he has to offer to pin this all up. Okay, so just to go a little bit about who I am, 22 years in real estate, but at the same time, I have been coaching realtors and entrepreneurs on how to make money, how to market their brand. So anything to support that over the last couple of years, that's where I've been coaching in that space. And anyone that has any credit questions, I don't know, maybe some of you have talked to me already before, but I am also in the credit space where I've been helping people improve their credit so they can get the job, so they can get the house, so they can rent the house, do whatever is needed to get an incredible credit score. All right. So that's who I am speaking to you. You're wondering who the heck is this chick talking on the line about 10 ways to make money? Well, it's important as we go along from 2020, a lot of things have changed, right? A lot of things have changed as far as how we present ourselves in front of opportunities, money, jobs. Everything has now shifted online. And I really wanted to get really super excited to share with you a lot of the things that I'm in front of, because I'm in front of a lot of entrepreneurs continuously kicking out plays, continuously sharing what they know. And so a lot of these things are with things that I've done personally, and things are things that people in my group have done successfully, which I know works. The thing is, are you going to work it? We know that everything that I'm going to share today works, but it's a matter of, all right, I need to get something done. If I look at my budget, if I look at my expenses, and I really take a look and see there's a deficit every month, what is that magic number? Do I need to make an additional $1,000? Do I need to make an additional $2,000? Y'all, rent is going up. Rent is going up. So if you got all of these things going up, rates are going up, but not at a place where you can't afford something. So instead of complaining about it, what do we got to do? Play. We got to play to play. And that means, what do I need to do to take care of the extra cost in gas, food, daycare, education, the car payment, insurance, all of that. And today, let's just go further into that. So are we ready? Are we open? That's the only thing I want to know is, are we open? Just put in the chat box again, are we open? Because if we're not open, then there's no way these things are even going to work at all. All right. At the end, I will share my contact information. So if any of you need to contact me a little bit more to get more one-on-one on how to make these things work for you, I'll make sure that you get that information. All right. Did I get some opens in the chat box? I got 2. All right. All right. Okay. There's a little delay. My bad. All right. Happy that each and every one of you are online. Happy that you guys are here on social media. Let's get started. Let's get started. All right. Let's talk about some of the ways. I've got 10 ways that we can make the money. You guys have pen and paper ready? You got to write these down, because it's going to be like, whoa, I didn't even know that can work for me. I didn't even know that can work for me. Make sure you have pen and paper. Let's rock and roll. All right. So this is what we're going to do. The goals for today is to really just make sure that you've got enough money. Enough. When you're purchasing a home, you've got to not only factor in my down payment of 3.5% or my down payment of 5%. I want today to be the last day you worry about, I don't have it. I don't even want that to be something that you mention out of your mouth. I want it to be, well, how much am I investing? How much am I investing? How much am I investing into this, whatever it is? And I want you to focus on, if you get a pre-approval and the loan officer shares with you and says, all right, you're pre-approved for 300, 400, 500,000, whatever that number is for you. And he or she breaks down how much, how much that is going to cost. Let's just say 5% for your down payment and another 5% for your closing costs. That's 10% of your sales price. I want you to visualize this number for a reason as we're going into this, because I want you to know what's possible. As you're being open, I want you to know what's possible. So if you've got 10% of $400,000, how much is that, everyone? 10% of a $400,000 home, how much would you need to purchase that home?
$40K.
$40K, right? So I want you to think, that's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. Now when you start to think, even if it is where Joey can help you with closing cost assistance, because it's always best to use someone else's money. If you even get 5% from the state of Maryland, for example, and you only got to worry about half of that. Now, 5% of 400,000 is how much? Just 5%. 20 grand. It's nothing, right? That's simple. That's easy money. You want to be able to know there's a couple of plays that Lorie talked about on Thursday that I could do to pay for that. I don't want you worrying about your paycheck. I don't want you worrying about your normal income. I want you to look at these plays tonight as, oh, if I only did 4 of these, if I did this 4 times, I could come up with the 20,000 with no problem. You see, so now we got to equate. I want something. What is going to pay for that? That's all. You can keep your paycheck, because when direct deposit comes in, you're like, oh, shoot, I got paid today. So the things that we want to equate to it, whether it doesn't even have to just be purchasing a home. It could be, I want to get a car and the payment is $500. The insurance is $300. How do I come up with $800 a month? All right, well, if I did one of these plays that Lorie talked about today a month, then I'm good to go. So you guys see, I'm just trying to shift your mind as how you're thinking, because I don't want you thinking, well, I don't have it in my savings account. I don't have it in my checking account, or I don't have it on my payroll. Let that be there. Let's talk about what kind of things extra can we bring into the household. Is that safe? Because if you're making that extra 10, 20, or 30,000 a month, everything that the loan officer tells you won't matter, because you're like, I got that. All right, so let's get rolling. For my business owners out there, I've got something for you at the end. If there's any business owners in here, put a number 4 in the chat box. At the end, I have something where I can share some grants with you to get you some additional grant money for your business grants. All right, that's free money. You don't have to pay back. All right, so if you are a business owner, then we can certainly talk more about what we're talking about today, plus some more things I have for you to show how you can start and run your business. Hey, man. All right, I got you covered, Juan. I got you covered. Make sure you stay to the end. All right, now you guys on social media can't see my screen, but you can listen to me and you can actually follow along. And if you want to get a copy of what we're talking about, then make sure that you inbox me and DM me so that I can get you what you need. Cool? Cool. All right, number 1, the first way that you, not me, that you can make some additional money is by creating courses or an ebook. An ebook is an electronic book. It's just a download. It's not anything that you have to get published with a company. It is a PDF of your knowledge. Okay? So I want you to think about whatever you do for a living is one thing. Your passion and your gift is a whole nother thing. So if I ask any of you right now, what do you do 9 to 5? And then I'll ask you, well, what do you love to do? Like if money wasn't an issue for you, what else would you be doing? It's typically not the 9 to 5. It's typically not the 9 to 5. So in the chat box, if someone could share with me, if money was not an issue, what would you be doing? And people tell you, you do this like no other. You do this like nobody else, but you're not doing it right now. So in the chat box, just throw some things at me. What would you love to do if money wasn't an issue and you had to go to work every day? And this is not a bashing of jobs at all. I promise you it's not. I talked to one lady, she's a nurse, and she said, my passion is really helping children play the violin. She's not even in the pediatric ward. But you see, one thing is for money, and the other gift is what she'd really want to do. She'd really want to do these other things. That makes her light up. When somebody asks you, what do you do 9 to 5? I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse. But if I asked her that same question, if money was never an issue, she was like, oh my gosh, she lit up. She said, I would love to be, I would have a school and I would just want to teach children how to play the violin. And she lit up. All right, so let me hear some of the things here. Teaching youth, motivating people, traveling. All right, I'm loving it. Sounds like me so far. Open my remodeling company and help others beside my family. Cool. Remodeling company. All right. Travel and life coaching. Perfect. All right. So if you know that you can do these things like no other. Do you understand that you can write a course, a children's book? Do you understand that you should be writing it and making it available for sale? People after 2020 were all about online education. So why aren't you putting your knowledge, your gift, what you love to do in the form of a course online, or creating an ebook with a few pages of 1, 2, 3 steps of how to do something? Put a price tag on that, and guess what? When people go to your site, you get paid. Ding, $47, $77, whatever your price is for your particular knowledge, put it out there. You only have to do it one time. You do it one time. You create this ebook one time, helping people with credit repair. You know, I've done that, so I can show you how to put that together. So when you look at these things, I want you to think about, what do I do? Don't worry about how to do it. Just what do I do that no one else does better? Do I sew? Do I cook? Can I bake? Can I open up a school for violin players? All right, so whatever that is. And I do have an ebook that teaches you how to create your own ebook. So at the end, if you'd like to get that information on that, I show you how you can create your ebook by Saturday. And I say that in 2 days. You can get that done in 2 days. So that's number one. Get yourself something where you can create your knowledge, make it one time. Exactly. Paula, you can show people how to make guacamole, right? And even if you did a course on how to do it, like I never really knew how to make it really good, but Paula and her husband know how to make an amazing guacamole. So even if she was just turning the camera on Zoom, you already have Zoom, you guys. You already have Zoom. And if you turned it on and you just did a 7 or 8 minute tutorial on how to do guacamole, I mean, someone's going to pay for it. All right. So I want you to think big. Since you're being open, I want you to understand. I want you to just think big. What do I do best that no one else does? And that is how you can get paid over and over and over again with a course or an ebook. Number 2. You all good? We got a lot of cooks on the line. All right. You already wrote a book, but why can't you write another one? Are you getting paid for that book, Denise? Are we monetizing off of that book? All right, so I show you how you can monetize it and more in that ebook as well. All right, number 2, a lot of us have cars. A lot of us after 2020, we're not driving the cars a whole lot. Right, we're sitting outside. So why are we paying top insurance for a vehicle that we are not driving as much? Turo.com, Turo.com. I want you to take a look at that site. I want you to think about, I have a car out front, and there's probably other cars people who need to rent vehicles at this moment. After 2020, do you understand what happened to the rental car industry? It tanked because travel was at a halt. So I remember flying into Atlanta one time, and I'm looking, normally I see thousands of cars on the right-hand side when I'm coming to the airport. Where are all those cars? Gone. So the driver, I was taking a Lyft, and he says, you know what? A lot of those people are not going to Hertz and Enterprise anymore. But if you ever checked out the Turo app, I know. Tell me about this Turo app. Turo. It's an app where you can allow other people to lease your car, to rent your car. So there's insurance from Turo, and you've got your own insurance. So the first thing you're thinking about is, I don't want nobody banging up my car. Well, what if? What if it's a car? It's a car which can be replaced. All right. So I want you to know, I've seen cars on there. I've seen exotic cars. I've seen Teslas on there. I've seen Porsches on there. I've seen Honda Civics on there. So just imagine, I want you to go there, and I want you to browse and see your car. How much per day would someone pay for your car? I saw a Tesla on there for like $160. I saw another one for 109 per day. People need vehicles, and you may have the vehicle that they like, and you just arrange that through the Turo app for security purposes. You can kind of go through that and you'll find out, hey, does my car, first of all, fit the description? And if I can do that, imagine if your car payment was $500 a month. And let's just say your car is $100 per day, or let's just break it down and let's just do half of that, $50 a day. And that's cheap, y'all. That's real cheap. Your car would need to be rented out at least 10 days out of the month for you to have someone else make your car payment. Hello? Okay. So what about the rest of the month? That's extra money for you. That's extra money for you. All right. So I want you all to consider Turo. Turo.com is an app. And I want you to find, and I want you to understand, yes, you can get the insurance from Turo, which protects you on the what ifs scenarios. And then you've got your own insurance that you're still going to keep in place. So if someone bangs up your car, guess what? Get another one. It's just a car. All right. Some people are now doing this as a full-time business. They have fleets of cars. They not just have one car. They've gotten few cars in their business names. They've gotten cars in their personal name, which I wouldn't recommend if you're going to be needing your personal credit for buying a home. But if you've got a car, I'm focusing on just that. If you've got your own car and you don't need it 31 days out of the month, think about letting your car go onto the Turo app so that others can rent it. Got it? Exactly. And if you have a car note, then you start equating, wait a minute, yeah, I am paying high insurance and I'm paying the car note whether I get in that car or not. Well, let somebody else pay it. It's just like renting out your apartment. Wow, Denise, she only drives it once a month. Yeah. So think about that. It's like renting out your place, but it's just your car. All right. Don't get attached to a car. Don't get attached to the car. All right, so the next one we're going to talk about is writing blogs and writing affiliate and getting affiliate links. Now, some of you are writers, some of you are not, but I want you to understand a lot of times when you're seeing these blogs, when you go to google.com and let's just say I want to pull up an article about first-time home buyers in Austin, Texas, for example. If I'm pulling that article up, I'm seeing a lot of things on Google pop up, right? And there's a lot of articles that are coming up. When people are writing articles, they're not just doing it just to share with you about here are the restaurants and here are the parks in Austin, Texas. They may have some embedded affiliate links in there that will allow them to share a service or a place with you that they will benefit from financially. So for example, let's say that they have a relationship with, I don't know, a specific website, and it's telling them how to save money on X, Y, and Z, on financing or something like that, all right? What if that company is offering you a benefit? 20% on sales, 30% on whatever sale it is, 40%, 50% on when that person clicks on the link and they go to the link and they buy it, you get a percentage of that. I love affiliate links. I love affiliate relationships. It's just like network marketing, but you don't have to talk to people. All right. All right. Now, if there's anything that you ever have a relationship with, and I'll try to remember, let me put this at the end. If you shop somewhere, if you have an online membership, something that you pay on a monthly basis, and you spend your money there all the time, wouldn't you want to let somebody know about that? If somebody says, Lorie, what email system do you use for sending out emails? Oh, I use Kartra. Oh, I use, Market Leader, whatever it is. But if I want to write an article about that and embed that affiliate link into the site, such as medium.com, you can use medium.com to write free blogs. Write whatever you want, and you could put the affiliate link inside of that. So when that customer does click on that link, boom, you get proceeds for that. And I'll show you a way of how you can see if a company it does have affiliate relationships, and I'll show you that more at the end when I finish this part of the presentation. But medium.com is a free site that you can go to put your blogs on there. You can just write. And if you go to a website, like I said, that you do spend money on, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the page. And if they say affiliate, then that means that they share their profits with someone like you. And you can find out more about that from that. If they have to purchase something. Exactly. Think about the products you use all the time. And why not share it? People hate network marketing, but I'm like, we do it every day. Oh, girl, where'd you get your hair done? Oh, let me tell you exactly where it is. Where'd you get your nails done? Let me tell you exactly where I got my nails done. We do it all the time. We just don't get paid for it. So I'm trying to show you ways to get your money. All right. All right, let's move on to number 3. Another way that you can find money for your new home is to be a mystery shopper. A mystery shopper. Did you guys ever hear about that? Mystery shopping. You've probably seen the people, but you didn't know that that's what they were doing. All right. So here's the website for signing up to be a mystery shopper. Okay. You've got random people going into restaurants, checking on the quality of staff, food, what were the clothes put away. So they are checking on the quality of the conditions. All right. And you get paid to do that. So if you like shopping anyway, why not get paid to do it? So mspa/global.org if you want to be a mystery shopper. Get on there. There are other sites that you can go to, but I want to make sure that you guys get in the front of reputable places that have offered, make offers for you to be a mystery shopper. Okay. Again, if you love shopping anyway, you might as well be out there spying on people. Ooh, no, it was dirty. Oh, it was clean. Clothes were all over the place, you know, so you get to now be I Spy and get paid for it. All right. So take that website down. It's definitely something. It's on the page. So every website, look on the page, mspa/global.org. That is the website for mystery shoppers. So just take a look at the screen. I put all the websites right on the slides. You ready for more? We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. Let's take a look at another site that you guys have all heard of, Airbnb. And we're pretty familiar with how they work, but there are other places where you could, I want you to start thinking out of the box right now. Airbnb and PeerSpace are 2 companies that allow you to do all the work. So let's just imagine you have a 3-bedroom townhome and you have a basement. So you got a 3-level townhome and the basement, you don't even use it that much. You've got a full bathroom in the basement and you rarely go down there. You're going down there probably just to move the cobwebs out the way. So imagine if you could rent out your space to someone that could be coming out of town or just somebody who needs a room. Imagine how much money you're spending in rent, or excuse me, your mortgage, because y'all are homeowners now. When it comes to that, what if you could get $120 per day because it looks really sexy downstairs? $120 a day, let's do the math. If you're doing that 10 times out of the month, it's $1,200. And you weren't using the space anyway. All right. So safety comes first. Absolutely. So a lot of times you want to make sure, what you want to make sure is you are residing in the place. But what if you've got a door that doesn't even come upstairs? You can get it with a contractor to make sure that works. That way, that space is totally separate from your upstairs living unit. You're like, I don't want nobody coming upstairs. Well, lock the door so that no one can come upstairs. Got it? I was doing a talk down in Atlanta last year, And it was a house where they had just redid the entire basement. They put a kitchen in there. It was a 1-bedroom living room area. It was very nicely well decorated too. And we spent about $200 a day for that space. $200 a day. This was in downtown Atlanta. $200 a day. And if I tried to go, the door that I could go out was just outside. But there's no way that I could have gone upstairs. Why? Because that door was locked from the other side. I'm just trying to keep y'all open. All right. So for safety reasons, no, they don't have to come upstairs in your space. Put everything downstairs or in that area to keep it self-contained. So that is Airbnb. Peer space is let's just say you wanted to do a photo shoot or you needed a meeting space. A lot of you are looking at hotels when you don't really need to go to hotels to book these spaces. You could go to peer space or to do a shoot, like a modeling shoot.
What you say?
You guys, can you guys mute your phones, please?
Wow.
Lorie, you need to unmute. You're muted.
I guess I shouldn't be muted as well. That would make sense too. So you guys, please make sure that you're muted. All right. And so Airbnb, vrbo.com or peerspace.com. Thank you, Paula. These are places, if you have the space, you can put your space onto these places. So again, let's just go back to that 3-level townhouse that somebody may have. If you have that basement, you can put it on Airbnb. You can also put it on Peerspace. That they're not sleeping overnight for Peerspace. Somebody on Peerspace just needs room for a photography session, for a meeting space. So you can have it on all 3 of those websites. I'm just saying, deck out your basement if you're not really using it. But for the men who love their basement, y'all, okay, I get it. You don't want anybody downstairs in your space. But now we got to think about money. All right, we got to think about money. And so for that, if it's $200 a night or $200 every time that somebody reserves your space, even if it was just for 10 times out of the month, that is $2,000 extra income that you never would have had. Never would have had. Okay. I hope this is helping. I hope this is helping. I hope this is helping. All right, let's talk about what we really know about. We've heard of Uber and Lyft for years. Again, another system where Uber has no cars. We have the cars. Lyft, we have the vehicles, but they just provide the platform in order for us to get ride share. So I want you to look at DoorDash, UberEats.com. If you don't like to really be around a whole bunch of people, but you don't mind dropping their food off, do these. Grubhub. Humble yourself to know you can be your own boss, your own hours. You don't have to work 9 to 5 after you finish working, or maybe before you go to work. You can get in some hours. So using Uber and Lyft, you know how to do those apps, of course, if you want to be a driver with people in your car. Uber and Lyft, they still need drivers. You can also go to DoorDash.com, UberEats.com, and Grubhub and sign up to be a driver. Again, it's at your own pace. These are at your own pace that you can do to earn extra money. Let's keep it moving. Let's look at e-commerce. E-commerce, some of you have gifts inside of you. Like I said, you can sell shirts, you can sell t-shirts, you can sell hair, you can do a whole lot of things online because why? We've been doing it for a while. So imagine if you had a Shopify store. Shopify.com is an amazing website where, let's just say someone had mentioned in the chat box, hair products. You've been making hair products for years for your friends, but you haven't been compensated for it. You haven't been monetizing your gift. So what if you put those jars or candles, right? And you packaged them up and you sold them. You sold them on your Shopify store. If you sold those, you're now packaging everything, shipping them out on your own, or I can show you a little bit more offhand how you can get the t-shirts and prints to be done through one of their affiliate companies. So I have a Shopify store and I have, let's just say I made this t-shirt. I'll upload this logo onto a t-shirt design. And I'm not keeping all these shirts at my house, in my garage. I'm not doing all that. But if someone goes to my website and wants this in a medium, when that order is placed, Shopify has an affiliate company where they do the printing. And so they will print the t-shirt and mail it to your customer. How many things can you make tonight just by your logo? You can make mugs. You can make cell phone covers. You can make leggings, water bottles, and you can just put your logo, upload it onto the site, and Shopify will send it out to your customer. So how much of those sales can you really start to generate? So Etsy is good, Etsy.com and Shopify.com. Those are two sites I really want you all to look at so that you can start putting your gift, your talent. I went crazy on my Shopify store. My store had handbags, necklaces, t-shirts. I was going nuts in there because I'm like, why not? I can't decide what a person wants to shop for. So I'm just going to put the designs on there and I'm going to see what they like. You can check out the unleashedcollection.com and see. You can see I don't have any of those t-shirts in my house. I promise you, not one of them. Not one of them. All right, let's keep it moving. I got another one for you. Tasker. How many of you all like to do or can do handyman stuff? Put stuff together. That's not my thing. TaskRabbit.com is a wonderful site that you can go to get different things done. I've hired somebody on there to move furniture from my office to my house. I went on there if I needed to get a landscaper. I went on TaskRabbit to check out who's in the area that can help me. They put furniture together. They've got babysitters on there. They've got so many different tasks that you could do. You could put your services on there. And when somebody needs you on the app, they'll hit you up. TaskRabbit.com. TaskRabbit.com. All right, guys, I'm not looking at the questions. So, just make sure you hold those questions to the end so I can make sure that we have everything. Yeah, greet cards. Etsy has a lot of creative things that you can do. So tonight, when we get off of here, just look at the various things. They have a lot of motivational logos that you can put on anything, and people are selling that. All right, so there's a lot of things on there you can go crazy with that you have no idea that you can get paid for. Okay, pet sitting. We're almost done. Pet sitting. Pet sitting. If you love dogs, go to rover.com, get yourself signed up as a pet sitter. Pet sitting. I've had my dog. Now I was nervous. All right. Winnie is my dog, and Winnie is my favorite piece of my day. And when I had to go out of town, the local place that I take her was full. So someone told me about the Rover app. And I'm like, I don't know. This is my life here. This is my dog. And it's like giving up one of your children, right? And like, you just like babysitting. You want to make sure that this person, because if I come back and something's wrong with my dog, it's going to be on the local news. It's going to be a problem. So rover.com, they have loving people that love pets, but maybe they have some, maybe they don't, but at least it's inside of a home and it's not at a kennel. You got me? So rover.com, you can kind of browse through there. If you want to be a sitter, go on there and see what the requirements are to be a pet sitter, and you get paid for it. I pay probably on average $40 a day when I go out of town. $40 a day. Now, of course, the pet sitter doesn't get all of that. Rover takes a percentage of that. But guys, it's extra money. It's extra money, especially if you love fur babies like I do. Okay, so here is the last one before. This is the last one. We went through 10. We went through 10 of them, you guys. And we went through 10 ways that you can make some additional money. I hope that 1 or 2 or 3 was like, yo, I can do that. I could do that. Didn't even think about that. I want you to think about, again, your gift. What do you do best that no one else does? Are you a copywriter? Do you like to write? Can you do a voiceover? Are you great with graphics? Fiverr.com and Upwork.com are 2 virtual sites that I use every month for my business. I have hired someone from creating graphics for my ebooks, the front cover page. Someone has formatted books for me, making landing pages. I've hired an editor from Upwork. Anything that you don't want to do, you typically go to these services so that the professional can do it for you. So just imagine if you're a writer and someone needs content for their website, or they need someone to actually do these administrative tasks. Can't you do that? Can't you do that? Would you be the one to do that? So you want to get hired on Fiverr.com or Upwork. It's not guaranteed, because let's just say I want to get a writer, an editor. And if I'm looking for an editor, I probably have to go through at least 7 of them before I find the one. So the only thing with Fiverr and Upwork is you have to be chosen. You got to be chosen in order to get the work approved for you, for you to do the actual job. But either way, if you've got services out there, just put it out there so that that is a means of someone who needs you. They can come to that Fiverr.com platform or Upwork.com to find you. Okay. So I wanted to throw this in as I start to transition over as we talk about mortgages. And as we talk about mortgages, I want to make sure that, Joey, are you ready, sir? He's the only one that can unmute himself. This last way, I want to make sure that you all know whatever state that you are in. If you could put in the chat box, what state are you in? Then I want to make sure that this next and last piece is for you, because as I spoke in the beginning, there's 2 components to buy a home. Your down payment, which could vary anything from 3.5%, 3%, excuse me, and up. And your closing costs in the Maryland area is typically about 5% on average of the sales price. If you marry those 2 numbers together, you need at least 8 to 10% out of pocket. So he's going to talk with you a little bit more about the down payment assistance programs in Maryland. And what if 5% or 3% of that cost is taken away and paid for by the state of Maryland? As I said, use other people's money if you can. Why liquidate everything that you have if you don't have to? So if you're available to talk about that, I'm going to transition over to Paula so she can bring him in, and then we will take Q&A at the end to make sure we've got all of these questions that you have on your heart out.
All right. Thank you so much, Lorie, for all of the valuable information. I know that you guys have been able to find at least one thing on here that you're able to do whatever your passion is. I know I'm an excellent cook. I enjoy writing children's books. So this is something that I'm actually considering. I got one book together. Just need to go ahead and get that out there on that ebook, and then I can have another stream of income. So Lorie, thank you much for that. And again, we will be addressing all questions at the end, but now I have to bring in my guy, Joey. When I say I have the best mortgage lender, I got the best mortgage lender. Everyone who does work with Joey always makes it a point to come back to tell me how excellent he is, the information he shares. Joey is big on educating you. So without further ado, Joey, tell us about home mortgage and down payment assistance.
Hey guys, first I just want to thank the ladies for putting this together, and a big thanks to you guys to just inquiring. It all starts with inquiring. A lot of people kind of drag their feet in finding out information that can just help make a big difference. I think home ownership should be the top priority for everyone. It's just so much big of a difference to be able to have a place called home, let alone a place that doesn't judge you, just has an open door policy for you, the owner, to come in and lay and put yourself to rest. So I would like to start with sharing my screen. I made a small slide, which will, wait, Lorie, can you allow me to, all right, cool. Appreciate it. All right. So the biggest thing about down payment assistance program is making sure you understand what options you have. Everybody makes different amount of money, and there's different sources that you can get depending on your income. There's down payment assistance program, there's seller and lender credit, and then there's gifts that can help figure out closing. Down payment assistance programs here locally, we have MMP, we have Chinoa. Depending on if you're in Prince George's County, if you're in Baltimore, Montgomery County, Howard County has some. But again, the biggest thing is just the income limits. If you make too much, then you're not going to get it. But also the second caveat to that is going to be a debt to income ratio. So debt to income ratio is going to be your income divided by how much of the house payment. And we can go in a little bit more depth in that. But the other thing that a lot of people don't know is that if you have savings accounts at 401k, Roth IRA, you can take money out of that as well. I did with a client where they had $40,000 in their retirement, and I showed them that, especially where we are today, taking money out of that retirement, they got a better return, put it in investing in the home to get into the home, the house appreciates, and you refinance and you take the money back and you pay yourself. The return on the 401 was somewhere around 1.2, and then the return on the house was 6.3. I mean, and that was in a year span. So it happens really quick, especially in today's market where the supply and demand boosts up the value of homes. The people in the neighborhood sell their homes, so there's not going to be a crash. So you're in a really good position to do that, and you'll see a bigger return than you would just having it sit in those in the Roth IRA or the 401k. Seller and lender credit, it's really simple. Seller's credit is a credit that they give you to incentivize you or help you to put towards closing the costs. It's a percentage amount. The average that I see on my loans that I do is about 2%. $400,000 is the average loan right now. You get $8,000 towards your bottom line. $8,000 may not seem a lot to 10, 15, but if you're in a situation where you just have 5,000 and you need to get to 10, here you go, and you walk away with money coming back to you. You also have lender credit, which is something that I do very much. I will literally give you a percentage to put towards closing to help get into the house. You can get both of these. You can get lender credit and you can get seller credit. It just all depends on the structure of the deal and what makes sense to whatever party is going to do it. I did one in Baltimore where she got seller credit, she got 10,000, and then I gave her a lender credit of like $2,700. She only came out $3,000. When she went into the house, she signed on the dotted line, she got $13,000 in positive equity. So she's positive $13,000 in this house that she just bought. Now she can immediately refinance, okay? And the refinance period is 6 months. She can refinance and she can pocket that $13,000, or she could pay off some debt, or she can refinance, put that money back in the house, switch from an FHA to a conventional, vice versa, depending on whatever she's got planned with. So there's real estate is really creative. It's all going to be subject to what structure of type of loan you have. That's going to be the biggest thing. FHA, you have limited abilities to kind of finagle. They do cap you because it's a federal program. But if you go conventional, you can get a gift and they could pay all of your closing. FHA, you can get a gift and they pay all of your closing. You can get it from a family member. Your boss can pay for it. I got a customer that is buying a house in Dundalk, and his boss, just because he was a loyal employee, is giving him $30,000 to put towards the house, and he's only coming out of pocket $5,000. I mean, like, today is so important for you to start finding out creative ways to get into the house by all means necessary. Don't give up because it's frustrating. Get creative. Don't negotiate with yourself. Negotiate with the sellers. A no means, okay, I just need to figure out another way for you to say yes to me. So just understand that no is not, it doesn't mean to stop. It just means, in the sake of real estate, it means for you to get creative, to exit a different way to get where you want. And sometimes, okay, you're asking for 10% seller credit, seller credit. So maybe that's too much, and they counter offer and they say, hey, you know what, I'll give you 5%. And you go back and you say, hey, can I get 7%? And you just keep going and you figure out a way to get where you're trying to go. One step at a time, you get there. There's programs that do limit you for high income, which, you know, the down payment assistance programs are subject to income and debt to income ratio. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense to give someone that's making over $100,000 a down payment assistance when somebody that's making $20,000 really needs it. So just know that down payment assistance is subject to those criteria, and it changes and it varies per county. Not every county helps. You know, Virginia, if you're in Virginia, it's a little bit stricter. You got to have a debt to income ratio of 43%. If you're in DC, they're a little bit more flexible. And then if you're in Maryland, Maryland is one of the generous states, I will say. You can get, there's Maryland mortgage program literally has about 6 different options. But the biggest thing for them is you have to be in a certain income bracket in order to qualify. Outside of that, everyone qualifies for Chenoa. If you have a 620 credit score or above, you qualify for Chenoa. Chenoa is a really, really good program when done right. You can get Chenoa, which gives you up to 5%. There's 2 programs within Chenoa that they offer. They offer a soft forgivable, which allows you to repay, but then they offer another part of that where they give you 5% and it's forgivable. It turns into a grant after 3 years of making perfect payment. And that's a big thing. But Chenoa is a little bit more upfront. You will need to make a small payment. On average, I've done Chenoa for an investment property, and I think it was $700,000. It was $700,000, and it was a duplex. And they got the monthly payment for the Chenoa part of it was like $210. So it is very, very low amount, and you can refinance it in 6 months and take it off. the equity that you build up in the house, you use that to pay off the Chenoa, and then you're all set. You don't have to worry about that anymore. So it's as long as your credit score is 620 and you're at a 50% debt to income ratio, you qualify for Chenoa, and you can get seller credit to even help on that. You can stack that. So that's a really, really strong program. I really like that program, and I use it often. But again, it has to make sense for you. But outside of that, the next biggest thing that I want to emphasize on is gifts. You can literally get family, friends, employers to literally give you some closing money to help close on the house. So if you have any questions, my contact is here. You can email me. I get back to you. I'm pretty responsive on my emails. I'm a workaholic, so you can email me and I'll jump right on and I'll talk to you guys. But outside of that, I'm Joey with First Home Mortgage. I look forward to helping as many people as possible get to home ownership. It's a big thing, and I think it's important for this generation.
All right. Thank you so much, Joy, for sharing that information.
Thank you.
As usual, you always come with excellent suggestions and education on different alternatives that people can use to help them with their down payment for home ownership. So first, I want to go into the chat. If you have any questions, please, you know what, since we're done, why don't you raise your hand? I can call on you. You can ask questions of Lorie with her 10 ways of earning extra money for your down payment. Or if you have questions for Joy regarding a different down payment assistance program, if anyone has any questions, you can definitely raise your hand and we can answer those questions. So while I am finishing up here, I do want to say as a thank you for those who registered to participate in this Zoom, who stayed until the end, who got all this valuable information. I am actually giving away a $25 gift card. So I was actually thinking of two ways. First, I thought, why don't I give them a $25 gift card to Amazon? Then I was just like, but I'm talking about saving money for down payment for your home. So what if we chose someone, and if you have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, I am going to send you $25 to start saving for your down payment in your first home or in your perfect home. I want to contribute to you. I want to do my part and not just bringing you education, but if I can just give you, a little bit of something to put into that bucket just to get started, that's exactly what I'd like to do. Let's see if we got any questions here. Lorie, I think we could have probably started some. Oh, let me go up here. Let me look over here. TikTok. Y'all have any questions? TikTok, y'all don't know, but TikTok they want me to follow up with Jason, but this ain't about Jason. This is about Lorie, and this is about Joey.
Not about Jason today, you guys.
It's not about Jason today.
Amisha, you have a question. If you want to unmute yourself, that may be better, so we can make sure that we get the question right. So unmute yourself. You're cool.
Hello, my name is Kamisha, and I have two questions. First is for Lorie. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to sell on Etsy, and it's been so difficult. I'm not getting any sales, so do you have any hint on what should I do different?
What are you selling?
I'm selling T-shirts and like bags, like for school, for kids, like they have like reading month or those little things that they always have at school, like 100-year-old and so forth. So I make T-shirts like those, and also with like Bible verses, and it's not being rewarding for me. So
are these things that you're passionate about putting out there?
Yes. I like to like give positive quotes. I like to wear t-shirts with positive quotes on them.
Me too, right? I got it on right now.
Yeah.
Has to work on that. So I get it. So you have to take a temperature of what people want. And you may think I'm passionate about the t-shirts in this particular design, but you may have to put something silly on there. You may have to put something funny on there and see how that works out, because you gotta really respond to what they want. So you may want to switch it up and try a different logo and see how that performs. But I wouldn't mind taking a look at your site. I'll leave my information up so I want to take a look at it. I can audit any of you all's sites. If you want me to take a look at it, I do a lot of marketing and branding for individuals. So if you want me to take a look at your page and just say, yo, what's not working? How come it's not working? Then just make sure that you connect with me so that I can take a look at your page, because it might be something so simple that you might be doing that you just might have to change. There is a lot of things like on my social media page, Kamisha, that I could put out a lot of content on save money and fix your credit. Low views, right? The right thing to say, right? But as soon as I start doing a skit and doing something funny and silly, thousands of views. So I'm like, look, go where the people want. Go where the people want. So just kind of pivot and just see what do they want. So I'll take a look at your site.
No problem. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the other question is for Joey. Sorry. I'm working, but I work at a school. So I work from 8 to 3. So for the week, it would be 32 hours, Joey. So I'm trying to get her out. So what should I do to be able to get an house?
Well, I could help you out, but it sounds a little bit more personal than to discuss here. So why don't
And I live in New York, Long Island, New York.
Okay, yeah, I'm not licensed in New York, but I could definitely get you with a friend of mine that is, and he can help you out. I just dropped my cell phone number, so just shoot me a text, and then I can get that done for you.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Let me.
You got the number, Kamisha. So copy that. Copy that. First Home Mortgage is an amazing lender. So all of the programs that Joey was talking about, you really want to schedule a time to speak with him anyway to make it more one-on-one, because you got to know what your credit score is. You got to know what your salary is and how much can you afford. So to get that tailor fit, make sure you make an appointment with him so that you can find out, what can I do? What are my options for the down payment assistance? Even though you may have the money and you can get the gift, that's a wonderful gift that the employer gave him. That's nice. And gifts don't have to be repaid back. So you guys got to start thinking out the box and stop worrying about what they will think of you. Oh, I won't get that money. Well, if you know I'm buying my home in November and I could forfeit all holidays going from now to then, and you let your family know, listen, I'm about to purchase my first home. Anything that you can contribute into this bank account would be amazing. If they're depositing $1,000, $200, $300, you'll be amazed.
$5.
I don't care. $25. It adds up. Why? Because you asked. You asked. So don't worry about what they think or what they would do. It adds up. And you have to humble yourself to just say, look, ask, you shall receive. Ask, and I shall receive. And you'll be amazed at how many people will actually to actually help you with your home purchase.
I think it's like more difficult for me because I'm a single parent and my family's not big. It's just my mom and my 2 boys and myself. So I'm not from a huge family. So it's like more challenging for me per se. So that's why I'm trying to create this Etsy shop for it to be rewarding for me and having like other side to make up, because I don't want to be working. I don't like working for people. Period.
I don't like it either. So we're going to work on something for you so that it works to your favor.
Yes, thank you.
And stop saying it's a challenge. Stop saying that. It's not. All right. You're the motivational speaker. You know better.
Thank you. Bye.
Better. I'll put my information up here so that you all can schedule an appointment. If you need help with credit, you can text credit, or I'm trying to get this up for you, excuse me. I want to make sure that you can get information on how to write an ebook, how to get the grant information that you're looking for. So I have a link where you can get access to this information on my Linktree page.
And
Any other questions?
any more questions? Okay. All right, Lorie, I went through, scanned through all of our chats, and the winner of the gift card is Denise Mars. So Denise, congratulations. You are the winner of the $25 towards your down payment. So again, now that you guys have gotten the information from Lorie, how to earn extra money for your down payment, also how to fix your credit. After you get that done, now you can hook up with Joey, who's going to give you all the information you need on different down payment assistance program, different mortgage types. And after you do that, then what do? You hook up with an awesome agent such as myself and let me help you onto your journey of home ownership. I want to thank you all for joining us this evening. We've heard a number of you guys say that you wanted to see more of this. So stay tuned. Follow me at PRA Investments. Again, PRA Investments on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Y'all know I'm TikTok famous. You need to get on TikTok so you can learn about Jason. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much.
I wanted to share one last thing.
Oh, one last thing.
I wanted to share one last thing. Maybe you're able to do it, but I can't do it on my screen. I wanted to share with them about the affiliate links that I was sharing.
Okay, so do you want me to try and do it?
Let me see if I'm able to minimize. Yes, I can. So I want you to think about a site that you generally use, and I'm going to use clickfunnel.com. And any site, and I'm going over the affiliates because I want you to start thinking out the box as far as that I can get paid for, because there are companies out here that can pay you 20%, 30%, 50%, or sometimes. So if someone buys something off of ClickFunnels, for example, if they get a membership, I want you to go all the way down to the bottom of the page, and that will let you know if that good. And if I were to go here and I see the word affiliate, then they offer it. You see where affiliates down here? Down here. So that means that ClickFunnels is ready to partner with you if you promote ClickFunnels company. So once you click on it, it goes through a sign up process of what you need to do to sign up as an affiliate. Why not sharing the profits? Again, guys, we talk about companies all the time. Where did you go eat? Where did you get your nails done? All of that, and no one pays you a dime. So now, again, if you use sites like medium.com, which is just one of many blogs, if you do that and talk about, well, this is one of the services that I use that you can also use to, I don't know, use the best blender in town, then whatever the service is, it doesn't matter. You put in the link, your link that you get approved for here. Look at this one. This one pays up to 40% monthly recurring commission. I pay my affiliate, I pay $100 a month. Somebody is getting 40% of that every single month. Every single month, because I pay ClickFunnels. So somebody gave me their affiliate link. I signed up. So that person is getting a recurring check every single month and not doing a damn thing. Only because they referred ClickFunnels to me one time. And if you put that on YouTube, I didn't even talk about all the other places like YouTube that you could have a page, and in the description of your YouTube video, you could do a video about cooking and remodeling and all these different things that you do. Hold on. Make sure I'm not muted. And then when you're doing that, all of those proceeds are coming to you. You have no idea who's looking at your video on YouTube, right? You don't care. But when you put that affiliate link out there, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. Don't overlook this part right here. 15 minutes with me is a lot of information that I can help you really with. So make sure you schedule an appointment with me on that Linktree page so that we can certainly get you an appointment. 15 minutes with me, I will guarantee you, I will give you the answers that you're looking for. All right, so just make sure that you schedule an appointment and we can certainly audit your page or just take a look at some ideas that specifically work for you. Paula, you did an amazing job of collecting everybody here together. I know that there's more, but I will make sure that I send this recording out to everyone once everything is finished rendering tonight. And definitely, if you have mortgage questions, give Joey a call. You guys will never be able to get all this information off of YouTube from one person. So
That's for sure.
I congratulations.
We have one more question. One more. Marta.
Yes, good evening, everybody.
Hi, Marta.
I have a question for Lorie. Lorie, I have a problem with my credit. Every time, for 2 years, I try to find the right person to help me to refinance my house.
You sent me the report.
I sent you a report. You cannot take it out?
You sent me the report, right?
I don't know
Yes.
if Paula sent it to you.
Yeah, I got you covered. Don't worry, I didn't forget about you. No, you sent me the credit report. I'll talk with you about it because I need to see your report. Well, what was the question that you had on there? I'm sorry.
The question is how you can help, because now my credit went down looking for everybody, and I was looking in the phone too myself, and every time they see that they put it down your credit.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, I know everybody can fix the credits if they don't have a big loan. I have a big loan that nobody can take care when they fix credit, like a car. 30,000 or 33,000 of loan of car, you cannot clean it like a credit card.
Right.
And they told me, and I talked to like 7, 10, 11 people they know about credits, they pull it up the credit, and they told me, yeah, what I saying is true. They cannot clean it up because the car is the problem. The car is messing up my credit more than anything.
That's your car, or did you co-sign for someone?
Yeah, because I don't have credit cards. Only one credit card, $700. That's it.
That's it. So it's the amount of the payment.
The
I'll take a look at your credit report so I can look a little bit more about that to see, because I know you're in the process of selling your home, right?
Yeah.
Got you. I got you covered.
I worry to stay without house. That's why I told Paula. I don't want to stay out of the house.
No, you've got a lot of equity in the house.
I will talk to you about that. Yes, we can definitely have.
Yeah, I got you covered. I'll give you a call tomorrow so that we can go over.
What time?
So we can go over a little bit more one-on-one.
Okay. After 5 or either 1 o'clock when my break.
You like 1 o'clock? I like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
All right.
Call me in my break.
All right. 1 o'clock.
That works. Thank you.
Thanks, Marta. Anyone else have
you.
any questions?
All right, that seems to be it.
Thank you for everything. Good
All
night.
right.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Take
Paula.
care.
Thank you, Joey.
Thank you, Lorie. Thanks, Joey. Take us out. All right, guys, we are out. I will be doing a follow-up. I will be doing a follow-up.